All right. So basically, and Brett, you may not know this, but you all ran out of that terrible situation, the cave, because you guys like value your lives and stuff, and that's cool. I think it was awesome that everybody
That's
was
cool.
playing yeah, everybody played their character fantastically, and I thought that was really awesome too, because you know there was a lot of confusion and stuff, um, but it all kind of worked out how it should in the end. It felt very right, and there were
Uh-huh.
some major flaws with the party that were resolved one way or another. Um, and like, the sucky thing though was that you guys didn't get to do a whole lot, and obviously that can't really be promised every session anyway. Um,
Mhm.
but you already knew that. But basically, you're gonna be able to do a lot this coming session, because you're alive. So,
Yeah, true.
um, I kind of
Can't
just,
believe Philip had a second character that died.
I,
At least it wasn't from going off by himself. Like it was like a glorious death and not just death from rats in a stew.
he's learning about movement speed and
I know. It's like he kept like I was just like
Not
Philip,
making
just
trigger happy
run.
characters.
Stop like like trying to do all these things. You're gonna die. I knew he was gonna die.
it was too late too at the
I could
end.
tell. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
everybody bit
it's
their
like if
tongues, and everybody's such a good sport too about everything, which is awesome too.
Mhm.
It's been making it. It's been made it. It's made it really fun. Um,
Yeah.
so I was kind of planning on you kind of hearing the group kind of go and run up to them, and basically they're both kind of yelling in their death throes, basically, unfortunately. And neither of you can see them because you're both over the ridge right now. Um, but basically, I was gonna ask, we could just start there and see what Rin and Frisch do in that situation.
Okay.
So we just heard them die.
Yeah, you both heard the bunch of cultists run up to both of them, and yeah, they both screamed
Do
out.
we know it? Do we know if they saw us?
Um,
I mean, like, obviously they saw us at one point, but did they know, like,
where you went?
yeah, exactly.
I would say that not that you can tell.
Okay.
You don't think they know where you went.
Okay, so we hear them. I I stare off into in the direction, just kind of blank stared and silent,
Mm-hmm.
just unbelieving of what happened, but I snap myself out of it. Say, we need to go. They have to know that we're
Um,
somewhere nearby, and I'm gravely wounded. As much as it pains me.
while Brett is being silent for a moment, I whisper that prayer that I did in like the first couple campaigns that
Mm-hmm.
I said for Philip's first dead character. Uh, and then agree with Frishton that we have to leave.
I didn't want to make you roll checks, but I do want to in this situation. Can you go on D&D Beyond, maybe? Would that be
Sure.
okay? Okay. Let's do that. Let's go
How
to D&D
dare
Beyond.
you.
Because you both have D&D Beyond accounts, so it should be pretty easy to do.
Yes.
Yeah, we do.
And I can just pull it up on my phone,
And it's
so.
basically just Theater of the Mind right now, so... It asks for authorization to my email address every single time. I don't know why.
It's doing what to your email address?
Uh, Asking for authorization.
Oh, every time you what? That's
Yeah,
weird.
weird.
That's weird.
It is weird.
I'm like continually signed in. Like I haven't had to sign in for a really long time.
Did you like the campaign's information is just yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I did like that.
Okay. So roll a religion check, Rin.
Okay. Okay, the phone version is very different from when it's on my iPad.
It's kind of refreshing to
Okay.
do a little theater of the mind now and then.
Yeah. Okay, religion check.
Yeah, religion. Question mark. Aha. 16.
Excuse me.
Oh my gosh. Frished in his fish burps. Why don't Rin, 16's good enough for this for sure. You get a prompting to go back and see if you can confirm their deaths.
Oh. Okay. I turn to Fish and I say, wait, I think we should, or at least I should, go and check to make sure to see if they are truly dead.
For what? Do you really think they would let them live after everything we've done to them?
Well, the gods in this world sometimes spare us. Like that one time where we all thought I was dead. I thought I was dead, and yet I still lived. And Corey had the knowledge and the strength to carry me back, and because of that I am alive. So I would like to pay the same courtesy to him.
Okay, but I agree that I should not go because I'm very not stealthy. I will be noticed easily with my heavy armor. I cannot sneak about as you can, and plus I
Yes.
am very wounded, so I am going
You
to
just
find a place to hide and rest.
there is
Weary
a
old bones.
watchtower near the ladder that I will go down, and if you hide well, no one should be able to see you, but you should be able to hopefully be able to watch my back as I go and check on them.
You want me to climb the tower?
No, I mean you don't have to. You can climb it, or you could just hide around it or hide underneath it.
Okay.
But it's a big thing right at the edge, so you should have a good vantage point of it. And
Very
also
well.
with others having a hard time seeing you.
Yes. Okay. Sounds good. Please be careful. And I pat her shoulder. I give
Thank
worried
you. Have your
eyes.
bow. Have your bow ready, friend. And I make my way back to where the ladder was and that tower.
Mm-hmm.
And look out to see if they're still out, like if the bad guys are still out there.
How are you approaching the ridge?
Very carefully and stealthily, and I'm crouched very low
Okay.
and like not moving forward until where I can see is clear of people.
Okay. That's very good and descriptive. Does Rin believe in any gods in the D&D universe?
She does.
Mhm.
I don't have any, like, I don't know very many gods. I do have here, wait, sorry, let me pull up my, where's that little thing? Where'd that go? Here, just a sec. I need to bring up my tab. Okay.
Oh, you're
Okay.
fine.
Here is, wait, what?
I said, oh, you're fine.
Oh, okay. Okay, that one actually. So my little prayer just says like, God save you, nature holds you, and some other stuff. But it's kind of just like, it's kind of, she's definitely like, I guess she would be not to the point of Frisht of like his honor to like the gods of the forest and stuff, but you know, probably more of like
Not Frisht.
Sorry, not Frisht, Yarrick, thank you.
Yeah.
It's like what?
But you know, like just kind of like the nature gods, and probably there's probably some martial art or war god that she also pays
Cool.
tribute to sometimes, since he's like a
Yeah.
monk. So
You do feel a presence almost of a different nature god than one you normally would worship. Um,
okay,
you don't necessarily divine with a 16 whether they're good or evil, but they are in your presence in a way. You know, they're not there. In D&D, both of you just little information. Gods are like a very real thing, and like every single person almost believes in gods in this world,
Mm.
just
yes,
because they're if you die, you don't believe in a god, you basically die. So and that's just very very basic information, nutshell. Like I'm not going into any more details, sort of deal. It's way more complicated than that. But um, so anyway, cool. You feel this other presence of this other god that you haven't
okay,
really felt before, and you look down into, and you know you feel the promptings, and you end up looking down, and you see um, both uh, you see both Corey and Yarrick, and they're both bound. Um, and you took some time getting close to the edge there. Corey is dead. He's leaking
oh
a
no,
strange blood all over the ground. There's so much blood that you're certain that he couldn't be alive anymore, from what you know. Um,
okay,
it's so much I'm not gonna have you roll a medicine check. You just assume this, okay?
okay,
Yarrick, on the other hand, is it's hard to see his face from your distance, but he looks like he's completely beside himself and distraught. He doesn't seem to be holding it together very well at all. He's alive.
oh
Shit.
snap.
How long are you going to watch? Or are you
um,
just going to keep watching at this point, or?
well, is there anyone around? Do I glean like are they being guarded or are they just bound and
Oh,
left?
yeah. So there's a bunch of cultists in front of them. There is the rangers, but they're far off. Or the hunters, I mean, they're far off in their camp still. They're just keeping their distance. And then there's
Okay.
Sinrath, who's
Oh
walking
gosh.
back and forth and, you know, parading. And then there's Mondath. And Mondath has blood soaked on her blades. And she's kind of jeering at Yarrick a little bit.
Oh dang. Okay. Um, that's a lot of people. Um,
Yeah.
I I wait and watch just for like a little bit longer. Like, I
Hmm.
mean, I could tell Yark is distraught, but does he look like he's on like the brink of death?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Okay. You're watching.
Oh gosh. Yes.
You see Sinrath. You can still hear him laugh because he has a very loud voice. And he walks over and he ends up grabbing Corey's axe and like hefting it like nice find for me. And he kind of tosses aside one of his more useless blades and decides he's going to start using this axe as his main weapon.
No.
And
Oh.
he like spits on it and drags it through the dirt as he walks back to the cave.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
and then then Mondath calls him back, and he's like, "Oh, okay." And they talk to each other for some time. And it's obvious at this point that they're not killing Yarrick immediately for some reason. Yarrick, um, he ends up after some time. Mondath and a few of the cultists leave. Sinrath is with Yarrick alone with two other cultists.
Oh gosh.
And he starts dragging Yarrick across the ground. The other cultists aren't even helping him because it's so easy for him to drag Yarrick.
Oh my goodness.
And he just puts him up where Leosin was before, and he starts like yelling around and being like, "Ha ha ha! This will get them to come like flies to honey." And that's what you see, and he just keeps kind of doing that for quite a while, or however long you watch for.
Oh my gosh! Oof.
Why?
Corey's corpse
Uh.
is still there, and he is clearly at this point dead.
Can I say something?
Mm-hmm.
For
You
some
did
reason,
hear, you do hear Sinrath, by the way, from your vantage point, Frished. Just so you know, he's that loud.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So he's not trying to conceal it.
No, he's a very boisterous sort of deal. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, like, I don't know why, but Mondath and Sinrath make me think of like Mondath, Sinrath, and Abendigo or something. I can't remember their real
Shadrach,
name.
Meshach.
Yeah.
It's Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Cute. That's funny. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh gosh. Dang, so they know. This is hard.
Well, he's not coming after you. He doesn't
Yeah, I
seem to
know.
know where you are.
But he knows
Yeah.
they're like out there, right?
Well, that's kind of the idea. Whether or
Yeah.
not he
Yeah.
knows that you're within earshot, you get the idea without even having to roll that. You get the idea that Mondath is like, dude, these people are gonna come back and try to save their buddy.
Yeah. Oh man. And it's a trap. Gosh. Let's just leave him. I'm just joking.
Hey, that's on the table, guys. Like, this is a free country, a free game.
We have no morals obligating us.
Well, I mean, I know the player that plays Yarick, and he wouldn't even be like upset about it if for some reason your characters did that. So you have this conundrum in front of you. So
I do. Okay, I go back to Frisch because I don't want to make this decision by myself because there's no way in heck I can fight Sinrath, but I want to see what his thoughts are. So Brad, I tell you everything that I saw.
And I could hear it too, right?
you were only really able to hear Sinrath, but yeah, that's what you got.
Okay.
What should we do? Because we'd have to travel along the ridge to get to him if we want to stay mostly unseen. But then we'd have to crawl down the cliff, which we would be very out in the open. But if we crawl down the ladder here, we would go around the tent and through the couple of trees, but that makes us
Yeah,
pass
I think it's
right
supposed to be
across the
Cyanrath,
cave
but guess what? Sinrath
that
sounds
we
way
exited
cooler.
from.
Normal rescue tactics, I fear, won't be enough this time. They know we are about, and they're using him as bait. Need to think of some way. The only thing I can think of is to possibly you're light on your feet, correct?
Yes,
Perhaps if you
as light as an orc can be.
perhaps if you made a attempt at saving him and were seen and made a run for it, perhaps enough of them would pursue that I could sneak in after they are gone to free him. That's my best idea as of now.
Do you think you have a good enough shot to loose his binds with an arrow?
No.
Oh, come on.
I be not very
I
proficient.
be not.
I'm best with the glaive. I only have the bow in case of certain situation in case I need it, but I am not proficient with it. I do not trust myself to be able to hit his binds and loosen them with an arrow from a safe distance. Though, I guess I could try. I'd probably end up hitting him a few times first.
Oh, okay. Gosh, I hate it when I have to make decisions like this.
Why don't you go ahead and
Um,
roll a perception check?
Okay.
Both of us, or just
no,
Jenna?
just Jenna.
Wow, she gets to do all the rolling. Not fair.
We got 2 dice
Well, that's
rolls.
because I said a prayer. Say that right. Okay. I was like performance, but no, perception. That would have been really bad if it was a performance check.
Ooh, nice. Okay. You know, pretty dang sure anyway, that after watching Sinrath move and fight and walk and everything like you have, you could you think you could outrun that guy.
Okay. Okay. That makes me a little bit more confident in this. Alright, so, yeah, I can go like 80. Okay, so, Frisch.
In fact, you think you could outrun most people. No.
Yeah, exactly. That was why I picked you. That's why I picked
well,
Jenna
no, I
for
wasn't
it.
gonna make some half-dead old man be the decoy.
Full point, yeah.
Get my like walker. You'll never catch me.
Oh, dear.
Okay, so, I will make my way down
Mhm.
the ladder.
Down.
They're not at a point, because the trees in the tent are blocking their view of the ladder, right?
No, I don't think
No.
so. The ladder's quite high up. Now
Okay,
that you've kind of declared your intent,
yes.
I kind of have an idea of what you plan on doing, okay? I think
Yes.
you're both thinking about doing a rescue mission right now. Is that kind of the idea?
Yes.
Okay. Is that right, Frisch?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of. I don't know. I was like either right now or like wait for them to drop their guard. If I like or like waiting till night or something. I'm not
Okay.
sure.
Yeah.
Is it just Sinrath outside right now? Did everyone
Sinrath
else
and
go
2
back in the
cultists.
cave?
Sinrath and 2 cultists, it looks like.
2 cultists? Okay.
And actually,
No. You kind of, I just wanted to kind of gauge where you guys were going to head off to with your ideas.
Mhm.
Frisch, let's just imagine that you say wait, and you stop her from just immediately going down the ladder. Now, you can change your mind and just let her go next time we actually play this game. Or you
Yeah.
can, like, say, no, you actually are making her wait. So we'll see where you guys end up doing, waiting or not or whatever. But it looks like at this point, there's going to be an attempt at a rescue in some way or another.
Mhm.
And we'll see what happens with that idea. But I think that's basically all we need to cover for tonight.
Okay.
okay. I guess it would be kind of hard to do that without being able to move our character.
Yeah, and you'll be able to play quite a bit next session probably too. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Anyways, cool. Thanks again. Funny story that I thought you guys might like. It's really brutal. We're not playing. This is out of game, right? But
Mhm.
Yes.
I don't know. I kind of went with my gut, right? Because they both got cut down and stopped, basically. And I had the cultists knock them both out. And they were... basically, they tied them up and everything, and then they woke up, right? And
Yeah.
you're both pretty good at your characters just not knowing things, right? So that's why I don't mind sharing all this information, but also you basically made your
Yeah.
decision already. But I was straight up like, Mondath walks up to both of you and looks you in the eyes and says, I only need one of you alive. Who should it be? And Corey volunteered to die like immediately, and so she just killed him like
Oh
that.
my gosh.
And so I basically made them choose who was gonna die. And
Oh man.
Julianne like spoke faster and was totally cool with it, and like she was like that was awesome. But at the same time, like, man, you couldn't really do that with most groups. So
That's
this
brutal.
is yeah, no, it was, and this is a really good group. So that was a really cool experience, and it worked better than a lot of things, But at the same time, that was wow,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Philip was like, "Oh man, dude," and kind of like he was
He
a
did-
little bit miffed that he wasn't able to say it faster than her,
Beat him,
too.
Oh
beat him
my
to the
gosh.
punch again. You know.
Oh no,
With-
there's
with
so
the,
much.
with the lizard too. Remember when
Oh,
he
yeah.
to fight because
Fighting
Yarrick
the
wanted to
rat.
fight the
Oh yeah.
lizard as well.
No,
So-
we went over all that, and he's got a lot of options to go forward with his character development, and it's pretty cool to see how much Yarrick was able to, because he kind of joined the group late, so it's kind of cool to see how
Mhm.
much he's been able to develop as a character, because it's like, hey, Corey, who I kind of despise because he's my rival in a lot of ways, just beat me to the punch again, but it was, this super sad moment where he basically I described it as the warm blood. He doesn't hear anything more, but the warm blood is soaking into his fur, and he knows what happened. And this person that was basically ended up being his best friend that actually understood him in a lot of ways is just dead now. And so he has to figure out what he wants to do with his life. And his gods abandoned him for the most part, right? Is how he feels, and just all this stuff. But
Oh my gosh.
we'll see what happens, and it's gonna be really cool to see what happens. Well, Corey's dead, so he's done.
the
His whole
townsfolk are not going to be happy about
no, and it's gonna be so cool to see what happens with your characters too, and and with what's gonna happen next. And I just know it's really cool to see all this happen and just see even Corey, who had a really short stint. I don't know. It felt like his whole story got told, even if it was just
Mhm.
like a stepping stone for Yarrick in some ways. I don't know. It's pretty cool. So it's
Yeah.
really a cool campaign to watch as a DM too and DM4. So
that. Yeah.
thank you for that. There's a
You're
lot going
welcome.
on.
Thank you for DMing.
Also, the D&D Beyond pictures in the chat look like nickels. So that's cool.
The what in the chat?
The little round things, the default pictures for like the characters, they look like nickels.
Oh,
Sorry. Okay, was there anything else you guys wanted to mention?
I'm nervous.
Good.
I know, me too.
Oh,
very good.
But I have inspiration though. I'll probably be able to make
You'll live.
use of that somehow.
Yeah,
So
hopefully.
I'm thinking, Jenna, you're gonna have to really make sure he chases you. So maybe like punch him in the face a few times before running off.
Oh, that would get him to chase you.
Punch him in the face.
All right,
I want.
We'll-
I was,
we'll
I
go
was
over
almost
the-
like.
you can go over it, next time, but give it some
Yeah.
thought for sure.
Yeah, exactly. How long is the short rest again? 30 minutes?
An hour.
An hour.
A long rest is 8 hours.
Yeah, I was thinking it was like it'd be nice to at least get a short rest in, but that might be too long.
I don't know. You might need to roll to figure if, or just try to go with your gut. We'll find out.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
We might want to wait until night to where it's harder to see, because then maybe I can like sneak up even more, and then just like sneak attack and then run away.
All right. I'm gonna cut it there then, because we're starting to strategize.
Before we do
We'll wait
too
for
much
next time,
metagaming.
yeah. Well, no, not really metagame if you're talking to each other. I mean, like, you're not fighting or
Yeah.
anything, so you're good. It's just, well, I just want to wait till next time,
Yeah.